Hello everyone, this is Mr. Pop-Tarted and welcome to Through My Eyes, where I say my first impressions of how far I have played through the game. This episode um, will be featuring Oblivion, the very popular game for Xbox, PS3, and PC. First off, where I ended, I was in the Oblivion Gates, almost done with the Oblivion Gates, that first one. And that's as far as I played through so far. I haven't done any side missions, haven't really gone off except for one part, and I will talk about that later in the review. As you know, I've just started these. This is my second one, and I am not a very good reviewer, so don't expect too much. Please criticize if you may feel the need. Yeah. Okay. Let's... Pros or cons, pros or cons, pros or cons. Let's go with pros. In Oblivion, there are a lot of... the graphics are beautiful. There are a lot of buildings, there are a lot of random things that don't need to be there. The developers put them in there just so they could look more realistic, like a real world, not just strict, I only put buildings in because you can enter them, but more like I can put some ruins somewhere randomly that you cannot get in, you can just look around, and they do nothing, ever. So, yeah, there's a lot of beautiful things, there's a lot of detail in the graphics, especially for its time. It was released in 2007, and it really pushes the Xbox to its limit, because I played it on the Xbox, I do not have a PS3. It pushed the graphics to its limit, and it's a lot better than some of the games that are coming out now. The water is what I usually like. When I first come into a game, I think the graphics are beautiful, and in the back of my head, I'm like, if the graphics of this wall are beautiful, imagine how the water will look like. And I was not wrong. When you first step out into the open world, the first thing you see is this large river, and it looks absolutely stunning. It's the reflections off the water, the waviness, you can see it in this picture right now. It looks great. So yeah, the graphics, perfect. Another good thing about this game is that it resembles two games that I loved very much. Fallout 3 and Fable. I've only played Fable 2, but I've heard they're pretty much the same. Like Fable 1, Fable 2, and Fable 3. Well, I know what Fable 3 is. I'm not sure about Fable 1. But, how it resembles Fallout 3 is, well, the most obvious way is the speech system where you talk to someone and when you're talking to them, it shows just their face and their shoulders and their multiple options of how to talk to them or what to say. I like that about Fallout 3, and it also added the one thing that I hated about talking in Fallout 3, which was pressing the B button. You had to scroll down to the option I have to go now, but in Oblivion you could just press B to get out of the conversation. So yeah, that's pretty good. And it also resembles Fallout 3 in the way that you can pretty much kill any NPC and there will be consequences for doing so. So, as an example, when I first got out into the open world, I went to the large city behind me, and I was like, ooh, a guard. So he had a cool looking sword. So I'm like, okay, maybe if I sneak behind him, I could pickpocket. And yeah, of course I could. I sneaked behind him, pickpocketed, tried to take his sword, and he turned around and said, "Oh, look what we have here. Trying to steal, and you have no gold to pay for it. Or gold, or whatever." And so, yeah, he started attacking me, and I started attacking him, and eventually I killed him after running away, shooting arrows, doing a lot of stuff like that. And, got his sword. But there were also 50 archers, 50 warriors after me, and I ran out of the town. They still followed me. I had to jump off a bridge into a tree and go into the water to get rid of them. And still, when I go into the city, they still were after me. So yeah, and then after I left the city, I was on a horse, which I'll talk about later, and I met some random guard by the road, and he said, "Oh, look what we have here." I don't know how, but apparently news travels fast in the Oblivion world, and he found out that I tried to steal some guy's sword in a city like thousands of miles away from here. Well, not thousands, but you get um that really, like, I like that. And the way it represents Fable is pretty much the same thing, that you can kill NPCs. The arresting system is like pretty similar. So when you try to steal, you try to break into a house, you try to, when you kill someone or you attack a guard or something, pretty much all the guards come after you, and they don't attack you at first, but when they talk to you, they give you three options. Go to jail, which means you lose a bunch of your, like, stats, so you lose a couple levels in, like, sword and armor and running and magic or something when you go to jail, or you can pay gold to not go to jail and just stay the way you are. Or you can resist arrest, try to get away, or kill them all, I guess. And that way you don't have to pay gold, or you don't lose any of your items. So yeah, that's pretty similar. Let's see, what's another good thing? Character creation. There are many different races. Each race has their own like specific stats that they're good at. Like, I was a Nord, I think, a Nord, and he specialized in melee combat, and I liked swords, so I'm like, okay, that'd be pretty cool. So I got him, and I'm like, okay, swords, good. And then pretty much he's better at swords than, let's say, an elf would be. He would be probably good in magic or archery. And there's like about 10-ish. Let's see. Races, okay. Let's see how many races there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, exactly 10. Okay, I was right. 10. Each has their own, like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, they have their own stats, they have their own look, like their face and complexion is different. There are Argonians, Bretons, Dark Elf, High Elf, Imperial, Khajiit, Nord, Orc, Redguard, and Wood Elf. So the elves sort of got old. There's 3 different kinds of elves. There's about 2 different kinds of humans, and the rest are like weird monster things. Each having their own specific stats and strength and weaknesses, and special abilities, which was kind of cool. Like Khajiit, I think they're the giant salamander-looking guys. They can breathe underwater or something. I'm not sure, but they have their own like cool things that they can do. Oh, let's go through these. Oh, how much time do I have? Plenty of time. Okay, Argonian. They can breathe underwater. Oh, they have disease and poison resistance. Breton. They have plus 50 magicka, dragon skin once a day, magicka resistance 50%. Dark Elf, Ancestor Guardian once a day, fire resistance 55%, and pretty much a lot of stuff like that. Like High Elf has disease resistance and 100 magicka. Imperial has Star of the West once a day. Khajiit has Eye of Fear once a day, and they have night vision. Yeah. Nords have woad once a day, frost resistance. That's what I picked, Nord. A warrior style race. Their abilities come in handy only on lower levels. What? Oh well. Orcs, Red Guards, and what else? They have a bunch of different stuff. Don't really want to talk about it. So yeah, the races by themselves are pretty awesome. Then the amount of customization you can do your face, and not to mention swords and armor that you can put on your guy to make him look cool. Okay, I guess we have to go to the bad stuff. It's unavoidable. The bow and arrow seems sort of like hard to aim, cause it was pretty much like a throwing knife in Modern Warfare 2. You had to aim a little much like up because the gravity pulled it down, and the bow pretty much did low damage, so it wasn't very useful. And whenever you find an enemy that has a sword or something, they charge right at you without like trying to find out something. They just like charge right at you and try to kill you. And bow at close combats is horrible. Horrible. You miss somehow, the enemy could take up like half your screen and you could still miss somehow. It's just pretty stupid. The arrows, if you don't hold it down, they don't go very far, so you can't really snipe very well without having to hold down the right trigger to hold it for longer. There's that whole thing just bad. And if you're going against another archer, they just strafe and have aimbot and kill you. So yeah. Another bad thing is the horse riding system. It's so stiff. You have to. There's no like going forward button. You have to like hold up to go forward, and while holding up, you can't like turn while you're running. You have to like stop holding up and go like very like straight direction. Like there is no like north. Like you can't go diagonally in any direction without some troubles. You have to like stop and go like straight to the left if you want to turn left. You can't like hold up and go left a little, so you're going like to northeast or northwest. You have to go like directly to the left. It's sort of annoying. And you can't attack while you're on the horse. You can only hold up a. You can't even guard while you're on a horse. And it's not really worth it because you can just like quick travel to any of the places you need to go right away. So that's sort of meh. But yeah. The next thing that's pretty bad, probably one of the worst things of the game, is the loading. There's loading everywhere. Loading while you're just randomly going somewhere. Loading. It's not even like loading. It says it's loading. There's no loading screen, but it like lags horribly. It just freezes up for like 5 seconds. And every time it freezes, I get like really like my gut feeling is like, okay, if it freezes, I think my Xbox just froze, and like my gut feeling is like, oh my god, shock. Like it just makes you feel so bad when you're just running through the beautiful graphics on your fucked up horse, just going through, and then all of a sudden, like a random lag, and you freeze. It's really annoying. Yeah, so that's pretty bad. And there's also a lack of healing items, like potions. I don't know if you can buy them from anywhere. I don't know where to buy them. It doesn't tell you ever. But I can't find it in any of them that I found I've already used, because guys hit a lot, and you can find yourself almost dead, and no, like, potions to heal yourself with, so you have to, like, stay in a corner and use healing magic, which heals very little, and takes up a lot of, like, magicka, which is the blue stuff, the blue bar, and, it's just really, The combat system is sort of rigid, like, it's sort of weird. The guys seem to have a lot of health, and you can't kill them very fast, or they just do way too much damage and you're not doing as much. But yeah, there's a lot more cons than pros. But then again, I haven't played through the game as much. And this is actually my second time trying to record this, and I'll say something I said in the last episode. Okay. Let's go off with an example for right now. Let's say you're coming you're French, okay? You're going to America. You don't know anything but French. When you're trying to learn English, you like see how many like faults and weirdnesses there are in the language compared to your language. So you're like, what? Why do we have to do that when we're writing a sentence or something? And that's what it's like in this game. Because if you bought it at launch, like in 2007, and you play through it multiple times, you learn to get like along with the game. So you learn to deal with the loading screens. It doesn't bother you as much. You learn to deal with the horse system. You know when to fast travel and when not to fast travel. You know what to do. You know how to steal. You know how to get items. You know how to do all that stuff. And it gets easier every time you go through. And you just learn to live with it. You get used to it. Sort of like if you're English, you get used to English. But if you're French and you try to learn English, you see how many different things there are and weird things. Overall, the game was alright. It was fun when I was not traveling, and it was, I don't know, I would play through it more. Maybe if I finished the game, I would have a better, like, feeling of the game, but as for now, it does not stand very high. I give it a 7 out of 10. I don't know, but if you want to play, go ahead. Maybe it's just not my type of game, even though I know it is. I love RPGs, I love exploring sandbox games, I love the graphics, I love the way it does stuff. It just doesn't do it right enough for me. So, overall, I think this is a sort of overhyped game. It's not a bad game. It just may not be for me. So, leave your comments, or comment on what you think of the game. Think if something is wrong, think of something I missed, maybe. If you're a fan of the game, tell me what made you stay with it, made you play through it maybe multiple times, and just leave it below. So, bye.